Well, another day, another indictment. It was teased all day that there was going to be this big announcement, and it is a big announcement, don't get me wrong. Everybody thought it was going to be the January 6th grand jury. It ends up not being the January 6th grand jury at all. Ends up being a superseding indictment. Here it is. That is a indictment adding 3 additional charges against the former president, and that gets filed in the Florida documents case. We don't have the grand jury indictment yet out of the January 6th investigation in Washington, D.C. And in Fulton County, they've put up barriers around the Fulton County courthouse indicating that it's imminent, just orange barricades in front of the Fulton County courthouse. I mean, so all of this is happening. And then you ask yourself, what's next? And the truth is, nobody knows.
It does feel like that pile-on is happening. It feels like it's happening in real time, and it feels like it's happening coordinated, whether it is or not. I mean, it just feels that way, because how can, after multiple years, it just happens to be, again, that on the same week, you're going to get, not even the same week, potentially within 24 hours, you could get these multiple indictments. Like you said, they've put up barricades around the court in Georgia, and it's just wild.
Superseding indictment. What that means is that they've added charges and allegations. The revised indictment adds 3 charges against Donald Trump and under the title of attempting to alter, destroy, mutilate, or conceal evidence, inducing someone else to do so, and a new count under the Espionage Act related to a classified national security document that he allegedly showed to visitors in Bedminster at his golf club.
I want to clarify, though, for people who are just tuning in, this is not the charges that has kind of been highly suggested were coming. So if you're thinking about this and you're hearing Mar-a-Lago, you're hearing all these references, this is not a repeat. We are live right now, but it is not really what the news had anticipated.
Correct. The news was anticipating that an indictment was going to come out of a grand jury impaneled in Washington, D.C., and that would have been related to the events of January 6th. That was what was anticipated. We're just less than a month out from the first Republican debate.
Yeah.
And they've got, the leading candidate has got, 4 indictments pending.
Yeah, but also like 60% of the polling votes. So, I don't know.
It's interesting. They had a hearing last week about when the trial was going to take place, and the government wanted it to be in December, which you realize July's already gone, so we're already into almost gone, and we're into August. So in 5 months, basically, they wanted a trial. Meanwhile, they're still issuing subpoenas, interviewing witnesses, and superseding the indictment, but they want to try him in, 16 weeks. I mean, this is where it's not right, and that's where it's a 2-tier system of justice. And I won't be surprised, by the way, Logan, if there's another one of these, if they supersede it again. And we know there's going to be an indictment, I suspect, out of Georgia, like any day or minute, and also out of the January 6th grand jury in Washington.
Yeah, so it's just going to keep piling on.